Hello, beautiful soul family. Rebecca here, your vibe mentor, helping you raise your vibrations so you can live your best life. Let's talk today about alignment. Alignment as it relates to manifestation. This is a bit more of a free form style video. I don't have a lot of bullet notes for you. I did take some notes that I'll be referencing, but really, this is about feeling through something, some guidance that has been coming through in many different ways. And it's clearly a theme that we are being asked to awaken to. So, when we think about manifestation, the first technique or strategy or suggestion that comes to mind is visualization. That we have been taught that we manifest from the place of the mind. That visualization or imagining is the seat of creation or the source of manifestation. And to some extent, it is true that we need to have a vision, we need to have a goal, a dream, to know what we're driving towards. But from that point, once the visualization has been created, once the vision board is created or the dream is identified, most of the work comes from the body and not the mind. That all too often we can get caught up in an efforting in the visualization. That we work hard to see it in our mind's eye, we work hard to iron out all of the details, when in actuality, that's not quite how it works. They also tell us that we have to feel it to be able to create it. So we're getting closer, right? It's not actually a feeling, but it is the emotion of it. And so the way manifestation works from a biological standpoint is that the brain has to match in chemistry the images that we create. So if you see a tiger chasing you, the brain says, holy shit, we're in trouble, you better run. So it turns on it turns on the sympathetic nervous system, it floods your body with cortisol and adrenaline, it turns on your muscles, it turns off your digestion, and it says, get the heck out of here, let's go. So you feel the emotion of fight or flight, resistance, running, unsafety, right? The emotion is your energy in motion. That is your frequency and your vibration, and therefore your attraction point. So notice the difference between feelings and emotion. So an emotion is the frequency or the vibration, the response of the body before the mind has put a story to it. So our feelings, how I feel about something, is the emotion plus the story equals feelings. That's why we say you can't trust the feelings, because sometimes the story we tell ourselves is not actually true. But the emotion in the body can be trusted in most situations to certain extents. And that is because a traumatized body with an open loop, trauma loop will react more aggressively. We're going to stay off that topic today. We are on manifestation today. So when they say you have to feel it to create it, they're getting closer, right? It's the emotion that we need, not necessarily the feeling. So we can do without the story. We just need the energy in motion in our body, so that is our frequency, our vibration, and our attraction point. Another suggestion is live as if, and this is again getting even closer to the alignment theme that has been coming to me as it relates to manifestation. And what that means to me, to live as if, if you want to be wealthy, it doesn't mean go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff and run up your credit cards and spend all your money. What that means is to become the person who has the thing. So now let's combine that with the visualization. When we visualize, we've got the dream identified, and now we're practicing cultivating the emotion of it. What we would be seeing in our mind's eye is the person who has accomplished that thing. To live as if, to feel the feelings of, to feel the emotion of, to get to a bodily state of understanding that person who is in that manifestation. If I am manifesting the business of my dreams, the relationship of my dreams, the house of my dreams, the family of my dreams, I am going to imagine, I'm going to emote as the person in that situation, whether it's 3 or 5 or heaven forbid 7 or 10 years from now. hopefully it won't even be a year, right? However long it takes us to get to that place, we want to feel, we want to be in the emotion of the person who is in that place. Now, if all time is now, and literally scientifically proven, time is layers on top of each other, we're just moving up and down through these layers of time, we can access that person. And it is so much easier to do when we are using the body as a tuning fork to attune to and calibrate to and find the frequency. There's an entrainment that happens. So if you think of clocks on a wall, grandfather clocks, if they hang two clocks on the wall and they're swinging out of order, out of sync, over time they will entrain to each other. This also happens with tuning instruments. And so we are capable of finding that being, that version of us, and attuning and calibrating to that. We can do that physically in this timeline with another person who has already accomplished the thing that you want to accomplish, or we can also do it with ourselves and that version of ourselves. And so what this means, how this relates to alignment, is that when we say we want things and we feel that we are aligned to it, but it's not in our current reality, that tells us we are not aligned to it. We are not calibrated to it. We are not attuned to it. There is something still out of alignment. Okay? So let's start to practice looking at our current state and our alignment to the state that we want to be in, and start to get really, really meticulous at looking at all of the tiny different angles of that thing as we move around it as if it was an object. We have the object of inspection, and then this is our perception. And even you can notice as this gets closer to the camera, the size and perspective is going to shift. So we need to move around the thing that we want to manifest, the version of ourself that we need to be to manifest that, and inspect it from all different perspectives to see where is the misalignment. And I believe that part of the reason why this is coming up so much right now is because there is a strong sensation or theme of pruning, and you could call it purging, or you could call it releasing the things that no longer serve you. Many terms have been overused, and in my guidance the term pruning has been applied, and it almost feels like that's because sometimes when a plant is pruned, it's not something that they're choosing, that these things are being plucked out or cut off. And if you want to know more about the energy we're in, definitely visit Monday's intuitive energy reading. I went into that pretty deeply. But we are in this, we're nearing eclipse season. You could say we're in eclipse season, and that is a partial realignment depending on how misaligned you are. And we are being asked to step into our power, step into our authority, step into our creative ability, step into our purpose, so that we can manifest abundance and support the new earth creation, that it is up to us, that we are the shift and we are creating the new earth through our purpose, through our passions, through our interests, right? So when you visualize and you are imagining the emotion you are it's like, I don't even want to use the word feeling. There's something really in resistance to that. It is not a feeling. It is a vibration. It is a frequency in the body, which is emotion. It is the frequency that we are aligning to, which is how you could say it feels in the body, right? Don't visualize the thing you want. Visualize the person who has the thing you want. We have to become that person from a frequency and a vibration state. So take the time to, like I said, go sort of dance around the issue, dance around the thing you are trying to manifest, and look at where is there misalignment. I use the example of, do I feel safe in my neighborhood? I could say, no, I don't have a feeling of safety in my neighborhood. Okay, so let's break that down. Is it the entire neighborhood that's a problem? Probably not, right? This neighbor is great. I love them. This neighbor is great. This neighbor is great. This neighbor, I really don't dig that one. They're smoking outside. There's people coming and go, right? So this is just an analogy. If you are my neighbor, this is not a reality. It's not a real situation. But what I'm suggesting here is you see how we dance around the issue and we find, okay, so this is the point where there is a crack in the feeling of safety. So how do we address that? How do we go about that? We can have a conversation with them. We can redefine what it means to have people coming and going. We can put up cameras, right? There's different things that we can do to resolve the area of fracture or misalignment, right? So really look at how aligned are you? How aligned are you to your purpose? How aligned are you to your desires, your dreams? Keeping in mind that your dreams were put on your heart for a reason, to guide you towards your purpose. Your joy is your compass, that there are things that call to you, they pull at you, the yearning for them was put on your heart by the divine to lead you to the place where you are going to be at your highest potential, fully self-actualized, contributing to the greater collective whole and helping raise the entire vibration. A rising tide rises all boats. We need you. You deserve to be happy, but we need you to be happy. We need you to raise your vibration and your frequency. We need you to realize your manifestations, especially as you learn to do this not just for yourself, but for the greater good. Melanie Ann Lair loves to say, for me, for you, for us. What that means is it's not just for me, but it also benefits you and it benefits the greater whole. Then your manifestations are going to be even more likely to take off more quickly. So find the resistance, find where we need realignment, recalibration, do what you need to shift into that. And inspect your relationship with your desires from every angle. And notice all of those thoughts of resistance, right? Money is bad, money is evil, the 1% are selfish, or they've stepped on people to get there, or whatever your belief is. If it is not positive, it's not true. Now, there may be some people who have done it the wrong way, but that doesn't mean that that's the only way. It doesn't mean that's the only way you can accomplish that. So look at any of those limiting beliefs. So break it down even further into just general basic emotion and feeling removed from it, general basic language. Not is a negative word. Good is a positive word, right? We're not even just talking about energy here. We're talking about literal English language, positive language and negative language. Anytime you find you have a belief that utilizes negative language, it is likely incorrect. Use your body as a tuning fork. Your body is intelligent. There's 10 times more information coming from your body to your brain than from your brain to your body. The brain is often the last to know. So ask your body, is this true? And you will feel the clenching and the resistance and the shrinking and the tension of an inaccurate answer or an inaccurate belief. You will feel the expansion and the openness of truth. Truth resonates in the body. So get really intimate with the areas where you feel uncomfortable. If you feel that discomfort, if you feel that resistance, that is a gift. It's a beautiful, beautiful present wrapped up in a tiny little bow for you to say, hey, here's a little brick in your wall. Here's the plug to your block. Let's pull it. Let's get it out of there so that you can move into your purpose, your dreams, your desires, manifesting abundance. Not just abundance, wealth, prosperity, money. Say these words. They don't feel comfortable, do they? Then there's work to do. Because you, in your fully healed and fully empowered state, likely, the majority of you, are very good people who would do very good things with a lot of abundance, with a lot of money. And that's what it's going to take to build the new systems required to support the new earth. Okay. All right. When you're digging into those areas of resistance, when you're digging into fear or misalignment or the negative statements and negative beliefs, Go deep, dig really deep, and you do that by continuing to ask why. Why again? Why again? Why again? The exercise is called the 5 whys. Why do you feel that you have to break your back and step on people and become a bad person to be wealthy? Well, because in all of the Disney movies, the bad guy is always the rich guy. Okay? Well, why? Why do we believe that because just in the movies, if the movies say that, it must be true? Well, why do we believe that? Well, I also heard my dad say that when I was young. Okay, why did your dad say that? What was his experience, right? And as you keep going down, you keep asking that why, you're going to come to the root of a belief, a block, a limit. And the beauty is, once you find the root, it's not too hard to pull that root. And we do that by catching it and changing it. Okay? All right. I love you guys. I will see you on the next video. Please do make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Even just a little emoji comment is super helpful and appreciated. Otherwise, if you would like to click this button to subscribe, get notified of all of the upcoming videos. Otherwise, if you want to continue the conversation today, you can click this video because it is picked just for you. All right. Take care, my friends. I love you.